everyone! Today we're going to go somewhere exciting. We're going to visit some of the most iconic locations where the Fast and Furious was filmed. And if you're like me, you grew up watching these movies religiously. And it might be one of the reasons that got you into cars. But first, I want to show you guys something. So I've been collecting some memorabilia from the movies. A few years ago, I went to Universal Studios Hollywood and I unintentionally came across this signed black Charger by Michelle Rodriguez. So obviously she had to come home with me. I ended up checking out the website that authenticates the merchandise, and that's where I came across the poster as well. So I can't believe I have both of them. I think it'd be kind of cool to start collecting all the signatures from the cast and display them in my living room someday. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. So that's enough chit chat. Let's head on over to LA and possibly grab a tuna sandwich. Obviously, we had to come to the most iconic and recognizable locations, Riddles House. Just standing here, I'm getting all kinds of memories of all the movies and all the different scenes that were filmed here. There's the first time the house is shown was when Brian and Dom get out of a taxi, and Dom invites Brian in, and Mia is looking down from her window. Here in the front is where Jesse was shot by Johnny Tran and his cousin after he raced Johnny for pink slips, lost, and then ran off. And in Furious 7, when they return to LA, Brian is putting his son in their minivan, and Dom and Mia are standing in the front door, and the house is blown up by a package that was sent to them by Deckard Shaw. Of course, we can't forget about all these scenes when they were having barbecue in the backyard and working on Dom's Charger in the garage. And now that I'm here, I'm noticing that the garage isn't actually part of the house, and this driveway actually belongs to the neighbor's house. So I found it kind of cool that they utilize this for the movies. Unfortunately, the house is fenced off, so we can't get any closer. But Toretto's Market is actually down the street, so let's go check that out. Alright, so let me show you guys how close the house is to the market. Literally, they could have just walked instead of taking their cars. Now to find parking, you guys. Alright, you guys, so let's head on inside. Okay, honestly, I'm gonna need to get one of these because I just have to. So that way I can say, oh, cool, look at this! The plaque. That is cool. Live life. Quarter mile at a time, you guys. Okay. Oh, look at those license plates. Oh, that's cool. They have a lot more merch here than I thought. Alright, let's check on the inside. Definitely looks a whole lot different compared to what it was in the movies, but they definitely did a little bit of remodeling. Back there would have been where Dom was sitting in behind the cage. And let's take a look at around. Oh, look, there I am. Hi, guys. Overview. This honestly feels a little bit smaller than what it was in the movies. So unfortunately, they don't have any tuna sandwiches, but What they do have is Corona. They do have memorabilia. And then they also have other movies that were filmed here. Let's see if I can try to get a better shot. All right, you guys know I had to get something, and I probably paid a little more than I should have, but hey, I couldn't resist. Can you blame a girl? All right, you guys, so now we are actually at Toretto's garage, which didn't have too many scenes in the movies, but this is where Brian Supra's life began. Wow, a cop. Perfect. So in the movies, the tow truck carrying the Supra would have backed in through there. And let's head on over real quick. All right, so through those doors, Dom would have been waiting with the team, and this is where the tow truck with the Supra would have been filmed. Now, what's interesting is that building wasn't there in the movie, so I don't know if it was built after or if it was just kind of like green screened out. But I just love this type of style of building with the bricks. I don't know. I think it'd be pretty cool to actually have a building like this and use it like a garage, how they did in the movies, and then use like that second floor for like filming or even just to work on like YouTube videos. I don't know. I think it's really cool. But I do want to head on over to Brian O'Connor's opening scene, and that is going to be at Dodger Stadium. So let's head on over there, you guys. All right, so funny enough, this is actually my first time at the Dodger Stadium. And I tried to recreate the scene that they used in the movie, but security here is so tight that I had to get off the car real quick just to try and get some of LA in the background. The reason why I wanted to come here was because Brian O'Connor's opening scene was him driving his green Eclipse and doing a run, and he ended up spinning out. The second time this exact location was used was in Furious 7 when Dom brought the team together so that way they can plan out how to fight Shaw and God's Eye, and he thought that they would have the advantage if they brought the fight down to LA. And fun fact, one of my favorite characters is Roman, and the best way I can describe his humor is, I was serious, but why are you laughing? Like, I was being serious. So, so yeah, he's actually one of my favorite characters. Oh, I hear a helicopter. That's so LA, you guys. All right, so let's head on over to the next stop. So for the final location, we are here in Long Beach, and it is going to be the final scene from the Fast and Furious where Dom and Brian race over the train tracks. So right over there at the light is where they would have lined up and drove all the way down here, and Dom would have crashed somewhere along this road, and this is where Brian handed off his keys to Dom to drive off. Initially, I only planned on going to Toretto's house and Toretto's market, but then I realized there was a couple other locations here, so I had to stop by. Plus, I made the trip worth it by getting these two new souvenirs to add to my collection, and I have to do a whole separate video on the amount of Fast and Furious cars that I collected because there's quite a few there. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Drive safe.